Aidan Flint had to come off midway through that first half. How is he?
Yeah, he's okay. We're still waiting on. We can't get him in to see a specialist so far, so we're waiting on that, and then we'll know a bit more from that point on. But certainly a big blow for us, on the back of Alfie Kilgore and Elliot Hewitt still being out, and Callum MacDonald, Callum Johnson. It seems to be the curse of the defenders at the moment. That seems to be the area which is being most hit by injuries.
Can you confirm, with regards to Flint, that it is a dislocated shoulder?
No.
Do you know how long he might be out for at this early stage?
No.
Will he be out for Saturday?
Don't know.
Okay.
You speak. Want to keep going? No, we don't know until he sees a specialist on. We presume he'll be out for Saturday, but we've had no confirmation yet until he sees a specialist.
Another defender. This one didn't make it on Saturday through illness. George Williams. What's the latest there? Has he recovered from that?
He's still a little bit under the weather, but he'll do some light training this week, and then we'll see how he is towards Saturday. But he's had the flu and the virus and everything. Woke up. There's a few had it actually. I think he's going around an awful lot, but he was pretty rough on Saturday when he woke up.
If Williams is out for Saturday and Aidan Flint, I count it 7 defenders you've got out.
Good counting.
But let's speak about that, because 7 defenders, quite unprecedented. That includes Alfie Kilgore, who's missed most of the season, and Elliot Hewitt, who's missed all of the season. But now, as we speak, ahead of the Notts County match, what challenges does that present you?
It goes without saying that there's a lot of first choice defenders amongst that group that are missing. We'll get a patched up team out there Saturday, and we'll give it everything that we've got. I think after that it'll hopefully ease a little bit. We'll get Jordan back from suspension and so on. But it's going to be like that. It's I think the last 2-3 weeks have been incredibly challenging in terms of injuries and everything else that have on and off the pitch. Does
that force your hand in the market? Do you have to strengthen in that area now?
Well, we're looking in other areas, but obviously now it all depends on the prognosis on Aidan Flint and how long he's going to be out, and see how George Williams is and things like that. We know that we've got Elliot Hewitt not far away from coming back in February, so that comes into our thinking as well. He's looking extremely good in everything that he does. So we'll see, but we have other priorities as well. If we have to get through a week, or the next game or two won't determine the season. There's plenty of points still to play for, and we're still in a great position.
And also, a positive from Saturday, you got John Joe O'Toole on the pitch, and he almost scored.
Yeah, he probably should have done, really, with an opportunity from a corner. But having him back will certainly help things and help give us a bit of cover. Without a doubt, we know the job he can do back there, because he did it so well. He's been so unlucky with injuries this season again, but he can still be an important player for us.
We'll come on to the Notts match in a bit more depth shortly, but it is the last week of the January transfer window. When we spoke to you last, you were still looking for that striker, that main target up the front. What can you tell us?
Offers have gone in for 3 forward players at the moment, so we're just waiting. It's a little bit of moving the goalpost time where, you think you've got a deal agreed last week and everything, and somebody comes back and says, oh no, we want a bit more, or changes the deal. So we're at that stage at the moment, but a few days to go. And we're just waiting on the answers back on those 3 offers.
Are you still looking for the one then, or could you actually get all 3?
Well, I think now we're in a position with the injuries that we're picking up and everything that we need more, probably more than one. The chairman's been fantastic, giving us the green light to go for them. But if we end up with 2 out of 3 or something like that, I've had interest in 1 or 2 of ours as well, but nobody can go at the moment until we get people in.
Do you expect it to go right to the wire? The window slams shut on Thursday at 11 o'clock, or is it too early to tell?
Probably too early to tell. We're trying to do business. We have done for the last week or two, but it seems inevitable that people always leave it until the last minute, and it's out of our hands. We're in other clubs' hands, players' hands, agents' hands, and whatever. So there's nothing more we can do at this stage but just wait.
Any likely to go out?
No, it'll depend on who comes in. We have had inquiries from 1 or 2, but it all depends on the incomings.
Just finishing off on players, one player we haven't seen for a long time is James Gale. Is there any update on him?
Yeah, he had a small setback last week. He got some swelling on his injury, so he's not going to be any time in the next few weeks, but probably towards the end of Feb, something like that, with a bit of luck.
Let's speak about the big match on Saturday, the return of the Nottinghamshire derby at One Call Stadium. Stags versus Notts County, a sellout. It's been sold out for a good few weeks now. How much are you looking forward to it?
Not greatly after what you've just said. What, 7 defenders out maybe? Not greatly when you have a team as talented as Notts are with their forward players, and we managed to nullify them in the game at Meadow Lane. But it'd be a different game at our place on Saturday. They have the 3 forwards, in Langstaff, McGoldrick, and Crowley as dangerous as they are in the league, without a doubt. And somehow they keep keeping all their players fit at the moment. And then they lost Matty Palmer with a knee injury, but apart from that, they've been fit most of the season. They've had a change of manager. I don't think they'll change the style or anything like that, because whatever they were doing was working.
In what ways do you expect it to be different this Saturday than when Stags played them earlier in the season?
When you're at home, the onus is on the home side a little bit more. When we went there, it was more about us stopping them playing and everything. And despite them getting the early goal, I thought we did that very well indeed and restricted them to not many opportunities. But it's going to be a similar pattern in terms of, because they are so possession based and good on the ball. And it's going to be very much how good we are without the ball as well.
You talked about it a few moments ago, but they've recently appointed a new manager. But they had a real blueprint under Luke Williams, the previous gaffer, didn't they? When a new manager comes in, he's only been there a couple of weeks or so. What challenges does that present when you're preparing for a team like Notts County who have got a new manager?
Well, I think they'll just continue. I think that will have been one of the things that probably when they were interviewing was, listen, this is how we do it at Notts County. It's been so successful for the last couple of seasons. We don't want to change that. We'll be looking for somebody to come in and very much continue the theme and the style of play that Luke introduced so successfully. So sometimes, when a new manager comes in, you think, we don't know what we're going to face because he could change. I don't think that'll be the case.
Thank you. Good luck on Saturday. We'll just go to John Lomas, who's on the line. John, over to you.
Morning, Nigel.
Morning, John.
Aidan Flint, obviously we haven't got the prognosis on it yet, waiting for a specialist, but it is his shoulder, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Yeah. Was it just the way he landed?
Yes, just an awkward landing, I think. And it didn't. It's not a clear dislocation, one of those which then makes it much simpler. It's sort of maybe a partial one. So it'd be very much down to the level of discomfort and everything, and sort of how much that partial dislocation is and what you can do with it. Yeah.
And last week you were saying that in terms of strikers, you had one main target and you were going to give him till the end of last week. Is that one still in the offering, or is that one now gone?
I think that's about gone now. We've moved on to a couple of others now. We put a brilliant offer, a very, very good offer in, but it looks as though the strike will go elsewhere to a higher league.
Fair enough. That's great. That's lovely. It's covered everything. Thank you.